Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas with you on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, we're Zoroastrians. We are the Magi. And today's message is, will Zoroastrianism return? What will be the final religion, the true religion? And I think this answer is going to shock many. Will you do me a favor? If you love these messages, this is one of the all-time favorite messages I've ever put together, and I wanted to get out there. So do all the YouTube things, hit that like button, share. So before I can even answer this question, I have to set something up. Is goodness our natural set point as humans, or is it evil, or is it neutral? We have to know that to understand the final religion. So here's some of my notes, and this is, guys, I'm telling you, this is such a good message. If I can just read my own writing, this is world changing. You're going to love it. If goodness were not our nature, truth would not heal us. And yet again and again, it does. Look over these many years here, all the testimonies we've seen as the lie and illusion, the false stories, the fears removed. What happens, right? It doesn't create monsters. It heals. It makes you kinder, softer, beautiful. Goodness as our natural set point. Acts of goodness feel good. They feel right. But acts, even if they're called good, right? Bad acts, even if they're called good, right? People can tell you, this is godly. This is patriotic. But they can make you feel bad. When you do a bad act, you feel bad. My friends, there's something innate in us that knows the difference from good and bad. And that's where we see a lot of this moral injury, right? Especially here on this channel, where we've reached millions of people with this messages, and we get people needing help, right? From vets, former extremists, people leaving high control religions. And something I found, that people don't break down because they were too good. They break down because they were forced to act against their inner sense of right. Soldiers are haunted not by fear, but by guilt. Religious trauma rooted in beings taught to suppress compassion. If humans were naturally evil, doing harm wouldn't wound the soul. What hurts most is not being human, but being trained not to be. When conditioning falls, right? We've seen this with all the many testimonies here on our channel. The people who have healed from OCD, religious trauma, fear-based belief systems, cult thinking, they don't emerge cruel, right? They emerge their true selves, beautiful, soft, kind, more present, more loving. If we strip away the false stories and fear, we don't get monsters, right? We get relief. Another thing we've seen in different studies, that crisis reveals our natural set point, our default. It shows people will rush towards danger to help. Communities self-organize. Sharing increases. Altruism spikes. Hear this. Evil requires structure. Fear requires repetition. But goodness shows up immediately when the mask falls. When systems collapse, humanity doesn't. It remembers itself. So again, will Zoroastrianism return? Yes and no. Not as the name Zoroastrianism, but the core of Zarathustra's beliefs of an all-good spirit, of Asha, the highest truth, right? The God that's love without the hate, the peace without the war. That will return because, again, it's our natural set point that's innate in us. Names don't matter. Great example of this. And the reason I'm saying this, because throughout history, if you study Zoroastrianism for thousands of years, there were times like when it was beautiful, right? But then it got messed up. Some of the worst stories and atrocities and crimes were committed by people who called themselves Zoroastrian, even called themselves Magi. The Zoroastrian priest did horrible, horrible things. So that is not the spirit, the heart of Zoroastrianism, even though it's the same name. And something funny I was thinking about, you guys know when I went to Florida on that surf adventure, stayed there all summer. And my friends, I didn't wear any sunscreen. My skin just got used to it. I was so dark brown. I had my big, huge beard, and I was there all day, right? And so people just thought I was a beach bum because I was always there, right? And my daughter, her boyfriend, I surfed with him. He didn't know who I was. I didn't know who he was at the time. And we were hanging out all the time, having fun. And he thought I was just a homeless bum that lived on the beach there. And my daughter was talking to him, and they still hadn't put it together. And we had become friends. And a picture of me showed up. And he's all, "Oh, that's the homeless guy at the beach." And my daughter said, "That's Daddy," right? My daughter didn't look at the picture and say, "Oh, that's the homeless guy at the beach." The name didn't matter. That's Daddy. That's how we have to be with spirit, with what we call God, what we call truth and Asha. We have to know it. And it doesn't matter what name they call it. So the religion that comes doesn't have to be called Zoroastrianism. It could be called Bob, right? But as we look at it, just like my daughter looking at the picture, we say, "Oh, that's Daddy," right? That's the all good God. That's Asha. That's Zoroastrianism, real Zoroastrianism. My friends, we have to know God. We have to know the truth. We have to know the real. When everything else is taken away, all the stories, what's the foundation, right? Aristotle referred to it as the unmoved mover, right? What's that 0 point? And it's good. It's love. It's truth. It's beyond the stories, because there's so many stories, so much mind control out there through governments and religion and social media. Oh my gosh, the tests they've been doing on us with that. It's something I found interesting. They purposely put a bunch of negative news into some people's feeds and very positive news into other people's feeds. And then they noticed something. The people with the negative news sent out negative posts themselves. People with positive news sent out positive news, right? We can be swayed. We can be told through religion or government what's godly, what's patriotic, what's right. But you have to go with that heart in you, that set point that is good, that is God. So you always know that name that's beyond the names. It makes me think of Rabia, the Sufi poet. She talked about, I think the poem was titled "It Works," and she was talking about how she had cried out to God for years, and she was crying out with the name she was given, the stories, the ideas she was giving, and God never came. And she said then one day she made a pet name for him, had her own ideas of God, and she said it worked. He came. My friends, it's not the names, right? It's the spirit, the truth, the reality of it. And, I've been watching a lot of these near-death experiences, and I see almost in all of them, they say the same thing. When they get to the other side and that light, it's loving, it's non-judgmental, it's above the idea of gods and devils and right and wrong. It's just good. It's just truth. It's what's real, and it's just right. It's rightness, righteousness, Asha. It's good. It's the highest principle of good. My friends, that's a true religion. That'll be the final religion. You know this. Asha is, and I love Love. Love you.
Ashes, 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 ashes.